guys, why was I saying plant fertilization through the whole video? It was plant fertilizer. I was watching it and it said, I kept saying plant fertilization. And I'm just like, what is going on? And then next thing I'm just like, it's plant fertilizer. Oh, I just be cracking myself up sometimes. All right. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I'm Tasha and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about happy plants. And I'm going to give you a tour of my plants. Now the other day, a coworker and I went to a coffee and conversation about plants. I couldn't wait to go to this because I had two plants that needed some dire assistance. I had to get some help, you guys. And I think I was the only one that actually brought a plant, but they were so helpful and it was good. We had a really good time. So throughout this coffee and conversation, they gave us some tips on how to care for our plants. And I got two plants to go, so that was cool. And she gave me some tips on how to care for my plant. So let's take a look. Hey guys, so we are now in my living room. And this is where all of my plants are. And it's right in front of the window, because that's the best way for them to get lighting. Now, as you can see, I'm starting to run out of space. So now this one has 3 plants on one, and it's not a whole lot of space, but this is what I have to work with right now. These are all of my plants. That one has about 5 or 6 plants on it. I'm rooting this plant. This is the one that I had got at the plant swap in September, and I've been water rooting it. As you can see, look at that root. It is ready for me to plant it. And I had also got this one from the plant swap as well, but that one hasn't been as happy as it probably could have, because I've had to kind of cut some of the leaves off that have browned. And then over here I have another bamboo, but it's in water. So I have one in water and then I have one in dirt. So that is so cool. Now over here, this one is letting me know that it needs some water. Now this is my favorite one. You can see that it's growing a leaf right there. And so this one I can see right when I'm walking out, and I love to see when it gets new leaves on it. I just get so excited. But this one really lets me know when it needs some water. Now it has really drooped significantly before, and if I have a picture, I'll insert it in where it was so thirsty. Maybe it was a time where I had maybe just got back from vacation. But right now it's just a little thirsty, but once I water it, it's gonna sprout back up and it's gonna be so good. Now right here, I have 2 plants that are miserable. They are gone. So I'm going to use these planters to plant the 2 plants that I got from the Coffee and Conversations. Now over here, this is one of the plants that needed some TLC, and that's why I really wanted to go to the Coffee and Conversations, because I just needed some help on, diagnosing what's going on with it, because as you can see, it's getting brown on the tips, and I just can't, even though I've had this one and another one over here, I'll show you in a bit. Even though I've had these for the longest, I've had these almost 5 years, I still can't determine how often I should water it. Now, like this one, it'll let me know when it needs water. Visibly, I can see when it needs water. But this one, I don't know. Sometimes I just can't tell. I can't tell. So then over here, I have this one. Now I rooted that one from a leaf at work, and then I planted it, and look how much it's grown. And I have this one, that one, this one over here. I rooted it from, well, my mom actually rooted it, but it was rooting in water for a long time, and then I finally planted it, and it has grown significantly. Now this one over here, oh my gosh, this one, that one, this one back here is not doing too bad, so that's why I knew that it was nothing wrong with the soil, that it had to be something going on with the plant. And so this is the one that I actually took to the Coffee and Conversation, and she actually cut some of the, well, like right here, she was just able to break those. You can see that it's growing, but it needed some TLC. So she broke off some of the pieces, and she gave me some suggestions on how to water it. And then here, she cut some of the pieces off, because you can see that it's green here, but the tips are brown. So what she told me to do, she told me to get some plant fertilization. So the other day, I went to Home Depot, and I got me some plant fertilization, and I watered it. So I'm gonna let you guys know how it's doing within a few months. I will keep you posted. So I would say most of my plants are pretty happy, but a couple of them do need a little TLC. Let's talk about a few of the key points of how you can have happy plants. Now she gave us a printout of the different things on how to have happy plants, but the main thing is watering your plants. I would say the main thing that I got out of her tips was, just because you have one plant that you have to water once a week or every couple of days, it doesn't mean that you have to be on the same schedule for your other plants. And I think that might be one of the reasons that those two plants that I had were getting brown, was because maybe I was overwatering it, just because I thought that I had watered the one plant, that I should water all of them. And that's kind of typically what I do. She told me to take my index finger and get as close to the plant, stick it down off in there, and that's how I can tell if the plant needs water. I'm gonna try that. Where the plants are located right in front of my window, there's also a fan that I normally keep on all the time, and I'm wondering if the fan is drying out the plants, because you know, usually on the top it might look like it's kind of dry, but that's why she's saying to stick your finger maybe like to your knuckle of your finger down in the dirt, because I'll stick my finger down off in there, but I don't know, maybe I wasn't doing it right. So I'll try that. And I think with getting that plant fertilization, trying that, I think that my plants are really gonna start to flourish. I was watching one video where a guy, he had did like an experiment where he took two of the same plant. So one, he used the plant fertilization, and then the other he didn't, and whoa, it was amazing how much the plant with the plant fertilization and the other one didn't. Because right now, you know, I just water them like normal, and so we're gonna see. So the next thing that she said was making sure that you have adequate enough light. Now with my plants being right there in front of the window, she said that even the one, because it's kind of drooping over one side, so she said that it's really not getting enough light even though it's right in front of the window. But she said that I need to go to like a south facing window, and what that'll do is you get the equal amount of morning light and afternoon light opposed to one or the other. Now, I don't know about no east, south, north, and west, but I'll try to figure it out. I live in a townhome, so like I only have the windows in the front and then the ones in the back. And so that's why I thought that those were a good spot for it. But we'll have to see. But they did say that they do have plant lights available. And I looked on Amazon and I was just like, whoa, I didn't even know they had that many different kind of plant lights. So I might suggest doing that because with the winter coming up, you know, might not have a lot of sunlight coming through. And I'm gonna want to close the blinds as well and the curtain, that way I can keep the warm air in. So more than likely I might get a plant light. The next thing that she said, the next most important thing that she said was just knowledge of the different plants that you have. Now when people tell me that they don't have a green thumb, I tell them that you just have to pick the plant that's right for you. And this is kind of where that plant knowledge comes in, because every plant is a little bit different. Like my favorite plant, now that is I think that's an easy plant to have because it visibly tells you when it needs water. You don't have to repot it. And so for me, that's an easy plant to have compared to some of the other plants that I have. Even though I've had them for a long time, I still can't determine if I'm overwatering it. It doesn't speak to me like the other ones do. So even though I've had it for 5 years, I'm still getting to know it. That is so funny. But you just have to pick a plant for you. And she also said that you can't necessarily go off of what is on the card in the store, because a lot of times they might put the wrong one in there. So you want to go to these classes, you know, like the Coffee and Conversation. And there was someone in there from a flower shop that I told her that I'm going to come see her. And, you know, even take the time to talk to the people in the Home Depot, or, you know, go to some of the other specialty shops. And you might can learn and even go on, you know, YouTube or Instagram. I did start following the two of them, and she said I could ask her questions if I need it. So I'm definitely going to do that. And, you know, even with going to like the plant swaps, you meet people, and I talk to my coworkers about plants all the time. So I've been able to, I feel like I have a green thumb. Over the last 5 years, it has definitely been a journey for me, and I've learned a lot. And I pretty much have just scraped the surface on how to care for plants, but I'm getting better. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and let me know if you have any plants or if you're going to get any plants. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.